calling it NANOWRIMO, and I'm just making things up, and I'm like, I don't even know if that's what a person in this career is responsible for. Hello, happy July 5th. I hope that your Camp NaNoWriMo is going well. I hope if you are imagining a pretend actual NaNoWriMo conference in your head with writing sprints, kayaking, lounging, reading, I don't know, whatever else sounds good to you, that is going well as well. I am in a very, very tiny hotel. Yesterday I was able to write almost 4,000 words, so moving along slowly, but that's good because I'm trying not to get burnt out, and I wanted to share a few Camp NaNoWriMo reflections so far. So it's been kind of weird since I'm traveling full-time currently in terms of not having a consistent place to write in, because I don't know if this is an excuse or if it's true, but I feel like if I had the same desk, the same chair, the same environment every time, that could put me in the mental space to be ready to write. Whereas instead I feel like every few days I'm kind of looking around like the tiny room being like, okay, which desk, if there is a desk, can I write on today? So I don't know if it's an excuse or if it's true. I'm not complaining because I am happy to be traveling full time, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, it would be nice to have a consistent environment. And speaking of which, I'm going on a 6-hour train ride today, so I might pull out my laptop and write on the train. And then I realized the first few words, there's quite a few text messages involved, even though they are brief. So I went down a rabbit hole of figuring out how to format a text message, and the answer is you can either make it look really artistic like this, or you can just follow the Chicago Manual of Style, which made me think if I had a fixed address currently, I would order myself the Chicago Manual of Style, but I'm in the zero draft stage, so I feel like I don't even need to be self-editing at this point. And then another thing I've realized I've fallen into the trap of is writing things in a list format. Like, I didn't start the book with my main character waking up. I feel very confident the way I started the book, but then after that, because I was trying to show her in all the different settings, it was just like, oh, she goes to work, she goes to this place, then she does this, then this happens, and this happens. And when I reread through it briefly, I realized there was hardly any imagery in there. Like, the internal dialogue is there, the introductions of the characters I feel confident-ish with, but there is no imagery in there, and there's some pretty cool settings in the first few pages. So I'm going to practice that, maybe do some writing prompts or just practice to practice. The funniest thing I realized is that my main character really wants a specific career path. It's very, very specific. But this career path I know nothing about. I don't know why I chose this path. It just like sounded good in my head, but I really need to research this career path because I have her talking about why she would be good at this and why she wants to do this thing, and I'm just making things up, and I'm like, I don't even know if that's what a person in this career is responsible for. So I also have to do some research. So I switched out of the Written Kitten app that you saw in my last video, which I love it a lot, and I do every 100 words. I realize I can switch it to more than every 100 words. It is very motivating to see a new picture of a cat each time, but I switched out of it and back into Google Docs because I found that I was using it, and then every time after a writing sprint session, I would have to take the whole thing and then like recopy and paste it into the Google Docs anyways. So it is just making more sense to go in Google Docs, but I'm sure I will still visit Written Kitten from time to time. So as you can see, 3,966 words. So we'll see how today goes. I mean, it is a 6-hour train ride, so there is a lot of opportunity to write. Today we are at 4,000 words. Actually, a little more than 4,000 words, but now it is time to get on the train. And we ordered food. so we could eat before we went to the train station, but I don't think our food is going to arrive before we have to go to the train station. So that is an unfortunate problem. Okay, food has actually arrived, so that is good. I don't need to be hangry on the train. Yeah, I'm trying KFC. Hello. What is it? It is July 7th now. Camp NaNoWRIMO. Oh my gosh. When I first found out about this NaNoWRIMO and my friend told me about it through text message, and then I talked to her on the phone, I kept calling it NaNoWRIMO, but it's NaNoWRIMO, which makes sense. This is also hilarious in my mind because I also work as a pronunciation coach, and I'm like, I don't know how to say this word. I think maybe learning Spanish, NaNoWRIMO, it just flows off the tongue easily. I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, I just finished filming the mid-year book freak outtake video. Maybe that video is already up. Maybe it isn't. I haven't decided what I will do, but I'm feeling a good energy right now. Like I could actually get some writing in, because right now I don't like saying I'm behind because I only have myself to compare myself with, but I just feel like, I don't know, if I'm being honest, like I could have had more words from here. So let's see, tools, word count. I'm at 4,276 words on July 7th. Yeah, I know the last time I recorded, I was so happy with this number, and now I'm feeling like, oh no, I feel like more people are at 6,000 or 10,000 words. But something I try to tell myself quite often is like, don't compare my timeline to anyone else's timeline. Like no one else is writing the book that I'm writing, so the process is going to be different. But I am hoping I get more writing today in a new location, again, which has its challenges but also has its upsides. And I think there's a lot more natural light here and a lot more working space, just a better environment writing overall. I don't know if you saw in either my first or second vlog, I kept talking about Edward's name. Like my two characters are named Mia and Edward. Mia, that name is sticking for sure. Edward, I have had such a battle with. I've tried to change this guy so many times because I don't want the character to be the same guy in Twilight. And I just, yeah, I don't know, but I just feel like Edward fits him. Like I can picture his character so well. Edward fits him. Eduardo fits him better, I think. I don't know. And then I come up with different names. I don't know. Let me know if you spent a long time overanalyzing names. I've started, like, there's a setting, a hotel setting. It's either a hotel or a restaurant, I'm not sure. It's a brand name. And I'm trying to make up a brand name, which is actually really hard. I don't know. It's just like minor details right now. I'm not feeling so bad about the writing, because if I keep writing something and I'm like, oh, I need to explore this more, I just write in all caps, like, write more here, and then move on. Again, this is a zero draft. This is quite the NaNoWRIMO ramble. So let me know how your camp is going. There's still time. And even after camp is over, there's still time to reach your writing goals. So don't assume that just because like the middle of July is almost here that, you know, it's not worth doing your project, like, or if you're not participating officially in Camp NaNoWRIMO, like, there's still time to reach your goals. So let me know what you're working on, and I should do some writing. Okay. Talk to you later. I don't know if you can even see that. It's 42.76. Yeah, so let's write and then I'll update you after. Also, this lo-fi music playlist, it's been the best for concentration. Okay, so I just did a 25-minute sprint with the Forest app and I almost killed my tree. I remember like going back to my YouTube tab because I had a music playlist opened and I wanted to research a particular setting because I have no idea about this setting, and the app was like, you have 18 minutes left, like, are you sure you want to give up? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm writing right now. Like, I literally got so distracted that I forgot I was writing. So I feel good about what I wrote. Not much more has happened. I mean, it's only been 25 minutes, but I'm at 5,211 words, which was more than when I woke up this morning. So any progress is progress. I don't know, I've reached the point where it's like I finished writing the setup, which is awesome. I introduced a new character in that last 20 minutes. I already knew this character existed, but I thought I was going to introduce her in a different way. So that was a fun part of a blend of discovery writing and outlining. I'm excited about that. But this next chapter, now I'm on chapter 5. It's the fun and games or promise of the premise from the Save the Cat outline. And I just wrote like a quick, like, what is to happen in here? And there's a lot, but that's good because, yeah, there's a lot of things that keep you guessing. So I guess if you saw my other videos where I kept saying I have no idea what genre I'm writing in, I mean, it's definitely a mystery. It's definitely a romance. And there may or may not be magic, but there's not going to be any high fantasy, like no swords and kings and queens and stuff. So yeah, I guess this is just very indulgent, you know, because it's work and it's fun and it's creative and you have goals, so you're working, but I'm honestly just writing the book that I would like to read. So let me know if you do the same. Like I did research these genres a little bit, but I don't know, I'm just like combining all the elements that I like in the books that I like. And I think that it's fine. So happy camp. Let me know how your camp is going. Maybe I'll write later today. I'm not sure if I'm going to film anymore. I might focus more on editing the mid-year book freakout take videos and whatever footage I have for this next NaNoWRIMO vlog. But thank you to those who have been commenting on my NaNoWRIMO vlog. It makes the writing process feel a little bit more lonely. And whenever you comment, I go to your channel to check if you also have NaNoWRIMO vlogs, but a lot of you don't. And I'm like, oh man, I wanted to watch their stuff, which is fine. You don't have to have a NaNoWRIMO vlog to compete in NaNoWRIMO. But yeah, let me know how your camp is going, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.